The real estate industry is in for some huge disruption. If you've been following along or if you read the article attached here, there's two class action lawsuits that are due to take one at the end of the year and one at the beginning of the year of 2024, where there are sellers that are suing the National Association of Realtors and the Multiple Listing Service to disrupt how commissions are paid. Right now, it's typical that the seller pays for the whole piece of the pie, 5 to 6%. Half of it goes to the listing agent and the other half is to go to the buyer's agent to track them to purchase the home. What's happening right now is that there's a ton of sellers that are arguing that because the way that National Association of Realtors have set up things and the MLS, that the sellers are being forced to pay exorbitant fees to cover the buyer's agent, and that is not their responsibility. So if this case were to go in the plaintiff's favor, the whole way that the real estate market operates is going to change completely. Buyers will then have to find their own agents, pay 2 to 3% to hire them to take them to a home. Now, what is that going to look like? It's going to be obviously cheaper to be a seller, but more expensive for a buyer. We don't really know how this is going to unfold. Regardless of how the case turns out, we know that more and more lawsuits are being filed and to come for every state. So if we're not talking about it in the near future, we are going to be talking about it in the next few years down the line that we have to prepare. So understand that the model for the real estate agent is going to change completely. How it's going to be impacting buyers is going to change drastically. Instead of the 2% closing costs that you have to anticipate as a buyer to get your loan, pay for escrow, title, and all that fun stuff, you're going to now have to cover the agent's commission, which could add potentially 2 to 3% on top of that. So 5% to go ahead and be a buyer to purchase. And now we're going to see probably a ton of change in the way the buyer's agent's model is going to work. I don't know what that's going to do to pricing, but this is going to be very interesting and telling to see how all of this is going to unpack. Let me know what you think and tell me what your opinion is, if the seller should pay for the entire piece of the pie or you think it should be split 50-50 as the plaintiff is claiming.